early in the fourth quarter. What happened the rest of the way? Where and how did it go sideways?
I mean, this is, we're right next to each other in the standings, so that's what games are going to be like, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We're going to go and run, they'll go and run, and it'll just keep on going that way, and they made the final run. That's what's disappointing about this. In the last, 3 minutes, they made more of the plays. Particularly defensively, they forced, some turnovers, jammed us up, either jump balls, turnovers, or just we're not getting, clean looks. And we were not able to do the same, for them. It was tough to say because there wasn't a ton of half-court possessions that they had. They had some easy ones in the open court, and they finished it out. And we had opportunities. I felt like when we got up 8, we had opportunities to get it to 10 or 12. A couple fast breaks that led to turnovers, but that's going to happen. It was more how we couldn't generate enough good looks in our half-court offense down the stretch, because it was a pretty tough defensive game both ways, all the way through.
Couldn't really tell. Did something happen to Terry on that last play?
Yeah, I think banged knees. We'll just have to see how he feels when we get on to Houston. He says he feels fine. You don't want to take anybody for their word until we get to Houston, see each other tomorrow morning. He's tough. He hit that big 3, down the stretch. But we'll see.
Clearly, it looked like pushing the pace was a intentional thing tonight, just from the word go, even when the half court wasn't working. How much was that part of the game plan to try and get up the court before, especially when Embiid was getting back?
I would say it was consistent for both teams, right? Both teams were defending at a high level in the half court. I don't know what the points per possession for half court for either team. So both teams, understand that. And if you can find any kind of easy basket in a game like this, you're trying to, manufacture things off deflections, steals, blocks, long rebounds, anything to get some easy relief points. And we were able to do it, but we also had some miscues on those that could have pushed us to double digit leads. And then in the middle of the fourth quarter, I thought we generated some good shots. We just missed some open threes that also could have pushed us to a 10, 12-point lead. And that may have changed the complexion of things. But this is the game of basketball. Sometimes you miss those, and then you have to find a different way to win, and we weren't able to do that. I thought we were going to, at the end, and I know that's probably part of the question is call timeout, not call timeout. I'm fine with all of that down the stretch. I felt like we were going to get a good look there with the stop, a better look than if we would have called a timeout. And Jimmy's look was clean. That would have been a lot different, on a side of bounds, I feel. We got an offensive rebound on it. That's potentially a time I could have called a timeout. But I've seen H make those kind of plays. And then also I just love those kickouts for a 3. I would have loved a walk-off at that point. That just didn't happen.
Last question.
A couple games now for Kevin. Obviously this one in a loss. But what have you thought about what he's been able to provide in these 2 games back?
How could you not love what Kevin Love brought to the game tonight? His passion, energy, inspiration, diving on the floor, banged his head, scraped up his elbow, everything else. He was the human bruise tonight. He was all over the place. That was really inspiring. And, I think those stretches when he was out there, you felt like, all right, we're gonna take this to the win. That's what makes it disappointing. But, that's this game. And we'll lick our wounds tonight, get on to Houston and figure this out. We know that they'll be waiting for us, and they're in a competitive push as well. And you just have to love how intense and competitive these games are, for regular season games. All right, thank you.